Today's video is a boxing review of Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul. But before we get into that, would you like to introduce yourself?
Big underscore Dolfo, but you can call me Rudy.
And like I said before, this is a review on Floyd Money Mayweather versus Logan Maverick Paul. So if you want to talk about the entrance of the walk-in with Mayweather.
Well, Mayweather, he came out, first he had the Migos perform a little song on the way there, and then he came out with Moneybagg Yo, best rapper in the game.
And it was pretty cool, you know, just like hearing the music. But the thing is, we seen Logan come out with his entrance, and he had a Pokemon
I want to say it was
card.
a Charizard. I was trying to zoom in and look at it, but I think it was a Charizard.
It looked like a Charizard. It was a necklace, literally around like.
He was like, I seen him on TikTok, and he was collecting Pokemon cards, and I think that's what it was. I'm pretty sure it was a Charizard.
It could possibly be, to be honest.
Yeah, like a shiny Charizard. That's what it was, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, he had a necklace on a card as a chain around his neck, and that's what he wore.
Came out confident. He wasn't. Yeah. It didn't look like he was scared of what was about to happen, which he probably was freaking scared.
You just can't show it though, man.
Yeah.
So the first round goes, and it looked like Logan was more of the aggressor, you know.
Yeah, he just stuck out his long jab the whole time, and Floyd definitely had trouble trying to get to him, but he was trying to wait for Logan to blow his wad and exhaust himself. But he won the round. Honestly, like when he already was winning the round, and then he threw that flurry of all those random punches at the end. I don't know what was that for. Like you're gonna tire. He tired himself out, and then I say he still won the second round because he still just Logan. I mean, Floyd couldn't get near him. It's him being so long, and Floyd. Yeah, obviously he's 40,000 years old, so he's not gonna be able to be as quick as he used to be.
Yeah, like what Rudy is saying. Logan was obviously, like I said before, he was an aggressor, and he was just throwing a lot of punches. And I felt like, man, I feel like you're just gonna waste your stamina. You know, you're just using too much of your strength and your power. Plus, all that muscle mass is basically a lot of weight that you're carrying. And I'm no boxing expert, but all I know is what Floyd was doing, he was just trying to get him tired throughout the fight. And that's what it looked like at the start of the fight, because Logan was just throwing many punches at Floyd, and Floyd was just taking them and blocking them most of the time.
That's how Floyd's a lot of his fights are. He usually loses a lot of the early rounds and shit, and then he comes back and he figures you out, and then that's when he starts putting it on.
Yeah.
But with Logan being so big and tall, he just couldn't figure that out. He probably never boxed somebody that big and stuff. He wasn't, obviously not skilled, but he was
a big dude.
Yeah, he was just a big dude. That was weird.
Yeah,
that was just a weird fight. Floyd couldn't figure it out.
It was like they say it was like Goliath versus David, right?
Yeah.
It was just because Logan is a big dude.
Yeah, he's big.
He's pretty big against Floyd, and side by side, it was like, dang, how is this even a fight?
What do you think he walks around at? He looks like he's 200 plus, easily.
He's a big guy, man.
And then Floyd made him cut down to 190, so I thought that was gonna make him more tired. I was like, yeah, him being 190 is probably not his natural weight.
Yeah, once I seen the size comparison, I'm like, why is this even happening? This is a totally different weight class.
One thing I forgot to mention, when freaking Floyd came out, he was dry as hell. He didn't even warm up. He didn't warm up or nothing. You could tell he didn't warm up. He just went out there.
Yeah.
He probably had a nap in the back and got out there and just all right, let's do this.
All right, time to clock in.
Yeah, he was dry as hell the whole day. He really wasn't even sweaty during the fight. You would think so. He was just chilling out there the whole time.
And then you see Logan drenched.
Yeah, he was trying. He was drenched in sweat. He was so tired.
But yeah, it went from round one, and it looked like Logan won that round, the first one.
I give him the first two, but yeah, the second round, I don't remember much about it. But I just remember Logan. Floyd just couldn't get near him. He was trying to wait for an opening the whole time, but he just wouldn't. Floyd, he wasn't gonna take a risk of Logan even trying to catch him. Because regardless, the dude's still 40 pounds heavier than him.
That's true. And plus, what Logan was trying to do, because while Floyd is making him throw a lot of punches, he is wasting his stamina. And so what Logan is doing, he's putting his whole body on him, because Logan was hugging and holding on to Mayweather a lot.
And it didn't work at all, because Floyd wasn't tired at all.
No, he wasn't tired.
Every
time they break, he comes right back up to him. I'm like, dang, man.
He got some long arms, because he just wrapped him up like it was not. Floyd couldn't get him off.
Like I said about the KSI fight, because I was like, he grabbed a lot.
I don't even remember the KSI fight like that. I just remember KSI was throwing a bunch of haymakers and he he can't fight at all either.
Well, yeah. but at least he got the win. But anyways, for round 2, it looked like Logan won just by a little bit. It wasn't like a fully.
You could tell he was all right. He's just starting to get tired.
Yeah, he's starting to get tired. So
one thing like Floyd, whenever they would when Logan would get a hold of him, he would like cover his punch where the ref couldn't see it, and he would start hitting him in the body and stuff. I was like, okay, that's good, because the ref would tell him to stop, and then Floyd would still hit him after.
Because the ref don't see it, that's why.
And let's be real, Floyd probably paid the refs and shit, so like I'm gonna hit him after the clinch, because the ref never like gave Floyd a warning. Obviously, because it's Floyd, they're never gonna give him a warning about this stuff. You're not supposed to, when he tells you to stop, you're not supposed to keep punching. And Floyd would hit him after the bell. He was trying to hit. He was getting mad that he couldn't put on a show like he wanted to.
Yeah, basically. And Floyd, he's still fast. He's still got that speed and movement, the head movement. It's just like, dang. At this guy, he's only like 43 and he's still moving like he's still young. Yeah.
Floyd always took care of himself, even though he is older. Like him being out of shape is in shape for most people.
Yeah. That's true. But okay, then it went to round, I think it's 3 now.
Yeah, so and then you see Logan tired.
Then you see Logan being more tired. And this is when you see Floyd being more of the aggressor. So that's when Floyd was giving it to him. Dodging obviously his hits, but he was still coming up to Logan like, hey, I'll come for you, basically. So
yeah, Logan was hitting him like little tap shots at the time and trying to keep him just away from him. And Floyd was just, he did hit him. I think he did win that round by a little bit. It wasn't by that much.
Yeah, it wasn't by that much.
But you could just see Floyd's like, all right, I'm gonna start turning it up in a couple of rounds. Like it's not over just yet. But it never happened. Like you would think that Floyd was just gonna start throwing more and more punches, but it never happened. It's just all that after, what was it, the 4th round? Do you think is that when the clinches started?
Yeah, I think it was round 3, but then round 4, that's when more of the clinching was going on with Logan.
Yeah, that was getting annoying after a while.
Yeah, so we're not gonna go every round, so we're gonna skip forward to the last 2 rounds, 7 and 8, because they all went from it goes all the way up to 8 rounds. So this is not 10 or 12.
Yeah, it was an exhibition match.
Yeah, so it's only going to 8 rounds. So.
No judges, only knockouts.
That are allowed.
You can win by knockout. That's it. You can't win by decision.
Even if Logan did win, supposedly Mayweather made the rules as in.
It doesn't go to his record.
It doesn't go to his record.
But regardless, people would know you lost to this guy.
YouTuber, yeah.
Yeah, what's the point of that?
So round 7. This is when.
Logan's exhausted.
Yeah, Logan was there. Yeah, he was exhausted, but still he was maintaining his own though. He was still keeping up with.
He was just trying to have a moral victory of going 8 rounds with Floyd.
Yeah.
He wasn't because you could tell by how tired he wasn't gonna knock Floyd out. He didn't have the power anymore. It was all. He probably never had it from the first round anyway.
Yeah, I think the stupidest thing that he did was from the first round.
Yeah, that flurry he did because he threw a lot of punches.
And
then Floyd's just blocking him, not even phased by it.
You're not even hitting him. You're just using his hands.
You're pushing. He's blocking him, and he's trying to push Floyd around. I'm like, oh damn, he just tired his arms out for no reason.
Basically, so that was a bad mistake from him. But yeah, freaking Floyd obviously being more the aggressor, and Logan just trying to survive the round. And it was just like, dang, it's just like a turn of events. Like, yep, it went from Logan being the aggressor to now Floyd is.
I probably would have gave Logan the 8th round, but that was because Floyd didn't do anything anyway.
I felt like both. Okay, if we're talking about the 8th round, I felt like both could have went more. I felt like they both kind of.
Logan had nothing left, but Floyd was the only one that had energy left. He wasn't gonna get tired. He's done. He fights 12 rounds.
I felt like he just didn't want to risk it just in case, maybe.
I feel like that dude had no chance of knocking you out at that point. I don't care if he is like that, 40 pounds heavier, like. I feel like Floyd should have went for it, but he's like,
I already proved my point.
I already got my, how many millions? How much is this fight worth, for him?
Well, he said like 100 million.
I don't believe that. There's no way.
I don't know with Floyd, so that's what.
Yeah, Showtime, you stole people's money. Shame on you. It didn't work for a good majority of the fight.
To be honest, the promotion and all the lead up to this fight, it wasn't like Like he wasn't motivated. Like, man, I gotta go see that fight.
Well, everyone knew what this was. It was just like a little sideshow.
It was like a cash grab.
It was definitely a cash grab, and Floyd said it's what's called legal bank robbery and stuff. Yeah, he stole people's money today on this Sunday.
Basically, yeah. But anything else? Cause
the little post-fight speeches.
oh yeah, that's true.
so it's like basically Mayweather was like, oh, we went out there, we had fun. He's like, I'm not young like I used to be, so going against these bigger guys was difficult for me. I'm like, I don't buy that. If you would have knocked, you knew at a point you're like, okay, I can't knock this dude out. So I'm just gonna stay safe and just outbox him. But yeah, it didn't make it an entertaining fight at all. But Floyd's fights never really are entertaining. He usually just outboxes everybody.
That's true, but I felt like obviously Logan, like, why is he even in there in the first place?
Hey, he got it. He got the fight.
He got it, but at the same time,
you know, people are begging to fight Floyd. Make him come out of retirement just to fight him, and he got it. He got him to do it.
That's true. Like, yeah, he got his payday. You know.
That's why Floyd got Conor McGregor to fight. Because he had one of the biggest followings in fighting, like
because he has a big fan base.
Yeah, he has a whole country behind him too, like all of Ireland. So like, yeah, he's trying to get the people that have like the biggest followings to get to make the biggest fights.
Yeah, basically. So, but yeah, this fight wasn't really exciting.
What do you rate it? 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10.
I give this like a 4.
I was gonna say either 4 or 5.
Yeah, I go 4.
It's average, you know. It wasn't.
But, like,
I wasn't on the edge of my seat, you know.
I expected Floyd to look like. You remember when he fought Arturo Gatti? Mm-hmm. When he closed his eye sockets up, that's what I thought it was gonna happen. And we should talk about the first round. First round
with you. You should tell him.
The first round, I don't know why I was scared for Floyd to get knocked out by Logan, and Mario started hearing me breathing heavy.
Yeah, Rudy was breathing so heavy.
For the first 2 rounds,
he was like. Cause you see that like a.
I didn't even think I was doing that. You're like, are you good? Like.
Yeah, cause it was like you just see like a giant and a
yeah,
small guy.
Yeah, so big.
And you're like, oh man, he might kill him.
In my head, I'm like, he might do it. He might be the one.
And
imagine if you would have done it though, like hypothetically.
If Logan would have actually knocked out
Floyd,
Floyd,
he's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT. 1-1, but he beat Floyd.
Yeah, you got a record that no one ever got.
Nobody will ever have it. Nobody will ever have that name on their record. Do you think Floyd? Do you think they're gonna have another fight?
Well, they did mention it after the fight.
Yeah, Logan's speech.
Logan said he wants to do Mayweather versus Logan too. And Mayweather basically just made a head shake. It seemed like he's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, he's like, I think it was cool one time, and you're only gonna get the reason him and Conor never fought again because everyone realized what it was. Like it was like, okay, this dude obviously not a boxer. You made us think like, oh, maybe Conor has a shot. He got this big ass dude. He's like, oh, maybe Logan has a shot.
Yeah.
Now everyone knows. All right, no, he has no shot of beating Floyd in a real fight. So like, you're not gonna get that again.
So yeah, you only get one shot, and you better make it count.
Yeah.
So
Mayweather ain't gonna give. And plus, like the press conference with Logan talking about Floyd beating his wife and then his brother stealing his hat.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to go through those idiots again like that.
No.
Logan was actually. He's always been like he's not as big a dickhead as his brother.
No, I'll be surprised. Speaking about his brother, I'll be surprised if Jake Paul versus Mayweather, because they say Jake Paul is more of a better boxer.
He definitely is. Jake probably would have gave Floyd way more trouble than his brother.
Yeah, I think so, maybe.
That's why I don't think Floyd's gonna fight Jake. I was like, yeah, he won't lose to Jake, but it'll be a harder fight then.
But we'll see after Jake fights his opponent. So, because obviously,
he's gotta fight Tyron Woodley. I forgot.
Yeah, so Woodley is gonna get trained by Floyd, and if Floyd,
man, if Woodley fights the way Floyd did, he's losing to Jake.
So if Woodley actually loses, you never know. We might see if Jake Paul versus Floyd. Just like, you know what? If the guy
that's possible.
Can't beat him, then I'll beat him.
Yeah, that's possible. If he beats Tyron Woodley, I'd be pissed if he beat Tyron Woodley. But the way Tyron Woodley looked his last couple fights, bro, it's possible.
He better not show up how Ben Askren came.
No, he's not gonna show up like that. But like, man, have you seen his last couple fights? He doesn't throw any punches in his fights. He's just his right hand. He wants to land his one shot to knock you out. He doesn't throw a lot of punches. That's why I'm like, that's why Jake Paul he picked that fight. He's like, all right, this dude doesn't throw punches, and I could probably outpoint this guy and win the fight.
That's what Jake Paul does. He just picks the opponents, what's their weaknesses and what's their strengths.
This is actually that's a dangerous fight for him. But yeah, but what else did Logan say in his speech? He was just basically happy he won 8 rounds.
Yeah,
but
he just basically happy there. He just went 8 rounds with.
He's like, he's a real hard guy to hit, and he's like, let me get a little bit better, maybe I can finish him. Like, you see Mayweather in the back, it's like you're not getting another chance.
Yeah, you're not getting no chance. It's probably the last opportunity you ever get.
Hey, though, he was cool, respectful. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry for being a dickhead. You could tell he was just doing it just to make
to build up the fight.
Yeah, but it was cool. I never want to see that again.
Yeah, this is probably the last time I watch that, because usually I watch fights and I'll like rewatch it. Like, hey, it was a good fight. This one, I ain't gonna rewatch it.
Man, the only way I'll watch one of these again if like Floyd you gotta fight Manny or something like that. You gotta fight a real fighter.
Yeah, hopefully Floyd fights a real fighter, but he's not gonna fight.
He's done enough for boxing where you don't need it.
He don't need it, yeah. But
man, he made too much money.
Well, that's the end of our review. Please drop a like, comment, subscribe, post notification, get all my videos up to date. See you on the next video, and peace.
#Logan1.